Daryl Recommends Podcast is a podcast recommending series and shouldn't be mistaken as a reviewing one. Opinions about each show are my own and should not reflect what each podcast has to offer. Content warnings aside, I believe if any recommendation in my series interests you, you should give it a chance, regardless of how I personally feel about the show.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm pressing the button, so I hope this is working. This is Madeline Townsend, Junior Archivist. I've just finished processing specimens 26 and 27, a knife and a silver ring from the Carpathians dig, and I'm about to unwrap specimen 28, a human skull, also unearthed during the Carpathians dig. So it looks like it arrived in one piece. You'll be pleased to hear that, Arthur. What? Hello? I can taste you. Is someone there?
Maddie Townsend and Jeremy Larkin are employees at the Holmwood Foundation. Disaster strikes, and Maddie and Jeremy must learn to work both with each other and with the spirits of Jonathan and Mina Harker to stop Dracula's skull from falling into the wrong hands. The Holmwood Foundation is a horror podcast that continues to follow Dracula and the story's heroes over a century after the events of the original book. So this one had a fundraiser like a couple months ago from when I recorded this, and here was the thing is by the time I found out about the fundraiser and then realized the Holmwood Foundation was not added to my list of podcasts to recommend despite having listened to it earlier this year, it was too late for me to get a video out by the time of the fundraiser date. I kind of wish I did because I don't think they made their goal, but like I hope they continue for season 2. Season 1 has an interesting cliffhanger, and I want to see where they continue on the show from where they left it off. So I would be very, very interested for them to continue the Holmwood Foundation. I really enjoyed season 1. I thought Maddie and Jeremy were both interesting characters, but there were like other characters in the show who were very good too. They had like Van Helsing's descendant, who I believe is cousins with Jeremy, and it was just really nice. It was a very good show. I also am interested with what the stuff with the sister is about and like what her whole deal is, because like they made it seem like oh she's trying to bring back Dracula, but then they like there's like a little bit of a plot twist with it, and it's very interesting, and I'm just kind of like I want to see where it goes and what they do with it. But like, you know, they need to do season 2 for it, and I hope they get to do season 2 because I enjoyed it a lot. There's not a lot of episodes, but the episodes are pretty long, so a bit longer than some of my previous like short recommendations are. It also has like a very cool premise with like the found footage way they go about with things, because like Jonathan and Mina are not aware of like what's happening around them unless they are possessing Maddie and Jeremy. So they use tape recorders to like record everything that's happening with them when they feel like Jonathan and Mina need to know it, or like if Jeremy and Maddie need to know it, because Jeremy and Maddie are in the same situation, whereas if they're being possessed by Jonathan and Mina, then they're not aware of what's happening to them. So it's very much just like all 4 of them are thrown into a pretty bad situation, and they're trying to make it as easy for the others as they can by just like, you know, trying to chill out with all that. So it's very good. It's very good. I very much enjoyed it. It messes around with a lot of canon from the books that I like. It has like, I believe they like imply that Jonathan died at the end of the book in like reality, and like the version that like Bram Stoker wrote was like a version they hired him to wrote that was like a little bit like that has like a nicer ending than like the canonical ending of what happened in Dracula. Canonical as in like in terms of like what the characters in the Holmwood Foundation are like, this is how like Dracula really was defeated, because Dracula's still around, he's not dead, unlike in the book where he dies. And I think it's fun. I don't think it's like, I know some people with adaptations, they're like, oh, they changed too much from the book. But like this is like a continuation with like a like slight retconning of like stuff with the books for their own story, and I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty good. I'm also coming off from watching Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein adaptation, which is peak. Such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. But like, yeah, so if you are like worried about them being like, oh, they're going to dumb down Mina and do like what a bunch of other like different adaptations of Dracula have done with like, especially with like Mina's writing, don't worry. It's really good. Mina is just as great in the show as she is in the books. She is awesome. And also, if you like a show with a trans lead, one of the main characters, Maddie, is a trans woman, and also one of the creators of the show is also trans. So if you want more trans leads with trans writers in your show, then hey, you should go listen to this. I do want to, with all of my recommendations, if there's anything that like, you know, content warnings, your typical blood and gore and violence, like it's a vampire show, it's gonna have vampire stuff in it, so that's a thing. But also they wanted to cover the characters, his name, Thomas Van Helsing. There's some like backstory stuff with him and addiction. There isn't very much like, you know, character on screen having drugs and them dramatizing it. It very much is like talked about like a past thing, but they bring it up quite a bit. So if that's something that bothers you in like media, then that's something to keep an eye out for. But everything is pretty good. This is a really good show. I very much enjoyed it. It has a great cast. It's very spooky. It's really great for like Halloween. It's not scary like other like it's not like really scary, but it's very good. And I cannot wait to see where the show ends up going in the future. I'm excited for it. I hope that they get to do a season 2. I'm going to link anything down below that comes up, like I always do with everything. If their Kickstarter is not still going, but if it's still like taking stuff for like funding season 2, I'll link it in. If not, I'll see if they have anything else for how they want to fund season 2. They didn't meet their Kickstarter goal, which sucks, but I hope that they could get the money to fund for a season 2 eventually, because I'd like to see where they go with this. It'd be really great. They were, I think part of the cast that they were going to have for the next season was they were going to get B&R and Johnny Sims to come on, and they had Karim Kronfli in for season 1 too. He plays this like kind of an asshole radio show host, and it's really funny. It's so funny. I was listening to Midnight Burger. I just finished catching up with Midnight Burger, but like he's also like an antagonist in Midnight Burger, and it's like I need more villain roles with Karim Kronfli. He's just such a funny, like, I don't know, him playing jerk characters is really fun. So yeah, if you want to see, if you want to listen to a show, they have all of that, go ahead and listen to it. I've been recording audio for things for like 2 hours now, so I'm sorry if I'm a little bit out of it. But once again, yeah, this is the Holmwood Foundation. If you like vampires, if you like Dracula, if you want to see 2 people who are occasionally being possessed by the ghosts of Jonathan and Mina Harker running around London with Dracula's skull trying to evade other vampiric forces, then I believe this is a podcast you should go listen to, and follow them in their social medias and see where they go if they do season 2, hopefully. So yeah, that is it for this. I hope you guys have a good one. Bye!